Paul just talked about multilateralism. How do you make that relevant to the human rights sector when it comes to how businesses need to perform and deliver?
Yes, thank you. If you permit, you mentioned Marx. In the beginning, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I would quote a less philosophical of the communist, Lenin. He said that business will sell us the rope that we will use to hang them. And we keep selling rope. And we have talked about what is creating the financial crisis, the economical crisis, what is reducing the income on companies now? It's the lack of sustainable governance. We have talked about Russia. Let's think 20 years back in time. What if we had held Putin to responsibility on democracy and human rights? The Nobel Peace Prize winners have warned against Putin for 20 years and said that it will lead to all downfall. At the same time, governments encouraged investments, companies invested in Russia without asking anything in return. If we try to hold Putin to responsibility, if we encouraged or pushed governments to respect and demand compliance on human rights from Putin, they held back because the interests of the government, of the companies, had to be protected. So we let it go. The Norwegian State Pension Fund invested hugely in Russia. Statoil, Equinor formed partnership with Sechin, Rosneft, one of the biggest culprits in the Russian financial world. And we looked at this. Of course, states have the main responsibility on complying with human rights standards, but business have it too. And it's voluntary. So we need to hold them responsible by making the standards legally binding. Because the voluntary system makes the good companies comply, but the bad companies do not comply. And that is increasing the cost of the good companies. So we have to level the playing field for all international, multinational companies investing. They are investing in countries that are really, really complicated to invest in, because there is no respect for fundamental human rights and democratic standards.